Right off the bat, this new FX500 case from Be Quiet emerges as one of the most feature-rich enclosures in its size category, all without breaking the bank. It should retail for around $150, which is great value because you get 4 RGB fans with an integrated hub and tempered glass. We have a standard yet reliable packaging approach. As for accessories, everything is in this box while screws are packed by type. Also, the manual is easy to follow thanks to its color coding. This is one elegant and functional case, as we have seen so far from Be Quiet in most of their models. This is a mid-tower format, and a distinctive feature of the FX is the set of light bars on the front cover. Furthermore, we can glimpse at the 3 120mm RGB fans through the front mesh. The front I/O offers one USB-C 3.1 and one USB-A 3.0, and as for the buttons, we have the power, a microphone audio jack, and a button to cycle through the available models and colors for the RGB fan and light bars. But there is no reset button, which is odd. On top of the chassis, we have a magnetic and removable dust filter. Beneath it, we find the markings for possible fan or AIO configurations, either a 2 120 or 140mm fans or AIOs up to 240mm in size. This brings us to the next odd thing, which is the lack of a 280mm AIO. Underneath the chassis, we have 4 generous ABS plastic feet with anti-slip rubber pads and a long removable dust filter that slides out the front of the chassis. Then at the back of the case, we have one 140mm pre-installed ARGB fan, which is set as an exhaust. Next in line are the standard 7-slot PCIe cutouts, followed by a modular PSU bracket that enables you to install the power supply from the rear. The side panel is held into place with thumb screws and coated in a dense layer of nose reduction foam. Be Quiet still uses the old-style large thumb screws with rubber grommets to keep the tempered glass into place. The third and final dust filter resides underneath the front panel. Furthermore, I really like this elegant solution regarding the front illumination. There is a contact pad with pins and thus eliminates the need for clunky wires. Now, this is an excellent feature that every case in this price range should offer it, which is the command module that handles all of the PWM ARGB functions of the fans. This means you only have to connect one PWM wire and one 5V ARGB cable to your motherboard. As you can see, there are plenty of cable eyelets around the motherboard tray in strategic places. Then next to the PCB module, which resides on a removable tray to access the back of the motherboard for the CPU cooler's backplate, you can install one additional 2.5-inch drive. It accepts the standard size ATX PS2 power supplies format, but if you need more space, just remove the hard drive bay. The power supply will reside on 4 rubber pads, and of course it has its own ventilation and dust filter protection. These are the front I/O cables, and all of them are nicely done in matching color, and even more importantly, they are quite flexible. This removable tray can accommodate a combo of 2.5-inch drives. Even more, it provides significant wire management benefit by concealing the cables, as you will soon see. Now onto the main area. A standard size ATX motherboard will fit comfortably, but will accept even an ATX since you can remove the previously mentioned SSD vertical tray. Then the PSU area is fully hidden from sight, and the motherboard tray has a decent cutout for easy rear access. You can fit up to a 190mm tall CPU air cooler, which is awesome. Now these are the front 3 120mm ARGB light wings fans that will spin up to 1700 RPM. Also, this means that in front you can install up to a 360mm AIO plus by removing the lower hard drive cage. Now let's go back inside and start to build in it. You have up to 30mm of clearance from the PSU, 20mm from the motherboard, and around 13mm from the SSD tray to comfortably trace and hide your cables. First to go in is the power supply. This modular 750W is 150mm long, so it should fit without having the need to remove the front hard drive cage. The case's PSU area is designed for rear installation, emphasizing the importance of connecting your cables to the power supply first before mounting it within the case. As you can see, there is plenty of room to keep the hard drive cage installed even with this modular power supply. The SSD tray offers such a clean look because the middle plate with the logo will cover the connecting cables. Next to go in is the motherboard, and it's up to you if you want to install the CPU, RAM and cooling first. Wire management in this case is so easy since half of it is done from the factory. For those who possess an Nvidia Founders Edition RTX graphics card with the middle high power cable situated at the card's midpoint, it's feasible to route that cable through the lower section of the case. Maximum accepted GPU length is 369mm. There is plenty of cutouts to access all of your motherboard's lower ports, as you can see. The SSD tray offers a further bonus that it covers the gap for the 24-pin and front I/O cables. The built-in illumination can be cycled through its various effects and modes using the front case button. Let the rainbow begin. Let's start with the CPU temperature so we can focus towards the case's airflow in correlation to the RPM of its fans. If you use an aftermarket air cooler like I did, the airflow benefits can be witnessed. Regarding the GPU, the same story is valid, the proper case airflow will help up to a certain point. As for the noise output, it's what you would expect with Be Quiet fans, silent operation, up to around 60% total RPM. Suffice to say, I enjoyed my time with this case, while those minor quirks can easily be overlooked thanks to the other side of the equation, as in the inclusion of the 4 premium RGB fans, tempered glass, ingenious design elements, a smart fan light hub, and the remarkable ease of building within it. Furthermore, if you are curious about more epic stuff from Be Quiet, check these 3000 RPM fans. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.